Hey everyone, so this will be a speed test here with just the 2022 Amazon Fire HD8 Plus. The Plus gives you this nicer back. I think it has a nice texture to it. So we're going to be using this, and we'll just do a speed test here. So we'll just go into different apps, and then I'll also go onto the internet. We'll actually start with that one. So browser. I did not delete my history for this to make this a little bit faster. We'll start off with an easier website of Pokemon.com. Go ahead and hit that. And then we can also do desktop site. Go ahead and hit that. Go ahead and hit one of the cards. So sites like this will work very well. Just do a simple Google search, works very well. Go ahead and hit here, Pokemon, best Pokemon. This is an 8-inch screen, so it is a bit small. We of course can zoom in. Go ahead here and hit paste magazine. So things like this are very quick for a $120 here in US device. I just want to load in the pictures. There we go. Then you start going into heavier websites, like we'll go into Best Buy here. This is one you're going to experience a bit more of a slower experience. Go ahead here and hit the games, especially if you let it load in all the way. Go ahead here and hit the Xbox Series S. Let that load in. Now on sale for $250. You see all these little extra stuff here does take longer to load in. All this extra stuff down here will especially take longer to load in. So if you let it load in all the way, you will be waiting a few moments here. Alright, so again, this is a newer processor in it. This actually has a hexa-core processor compared to last generation's quad-core. So Verizon is another website, which is a harder website to load in. Here we'll hit shop, hit devices, smartphones. Let's go ahead and we'll hit, I see this is still loading in. Also, of course, tell by the swirly magig up top there. So this is going to take a bit longer to load in, like I said. Let's go ahead here and we'll hit the iPhone 14 Pro, since it's the first one on here. Again, this is the Plus version, so you get 3 gigabytes of RAM, which should technically help at least a little bit with this, compared to the non-Plus version, which only gives you 2 gigabytes of RAM. You can see websites like Verizon here take quite some time to load in 100% correctly. And then if we try to hit like upgrade existing line, it is not going to be very quick at all. So websites like this, it will struggle with. More basic websites, not as much, but with heavier websites like this, it will struggle with. We're just not even wait for that. We'll hit shop Amazon. Let's go ahead and hit the bands I was looking at before. Some nice looking bands. I'll go into the Amazon App Store. The Google Play Store now works on this. It took a few updates, but the Google Play Store does work. When this first came out, it was not working. We'll just go into clock, we hit a few these utilities. These will all of course load in nice and quick. They are very light apps. Go into Kindle. These are excellent for ebook reading. I have Calvin and Hobbes already up here, nice and quick. You can zoom in and out and in and out. So these are excellent for ebook reading. one of the best uses for this in my opinion here. I don't have everything on here set up, so we're going to skip some of this. Go ahead and we'll hit camera. Go ahead and hit settings. We'll go ahead and we'll go into Roblox. This does have game mode enabled, but you can turn off the notification each time you go into a game. Otherwise, it will tell you it has game mode. But again, you can turn that off like I did in your settings. Go ahead and we'll just hit Royal High. Get out of that. Google Play Store here. Sorry about the fingerprints. These are fingerprint magnets. Okay, I'm not signed in right now, but it does work. And then we'll go into YouTube. We'll go back. So I don't really know if that was reload or not. Shop Amazon. Most likely these will almost all reload because we have so much stuff open. And you only have 3 gigabytes of RAM. It's not a whole lot of RAM. Still. It's better than 2, but still not a crazy amount. Back to calculator. Weather. Calvin and Hobbes in our Kindle book. Camera. Reload. Settings. Roblox. Actually did not reload, that's interesting. Google Play Store. Oh, there we go. That time it logged in for us. But again, this does not work. And then YouTube's. There we go. And then of course you can just nice and fast. Or hit clear all. So there you go. Bit of a speed test with just this guy, not versus anything else. It is good for basic usage. As you've seen there, I mean, it is not a bad device for 120 bucks. Get on sale, it's even cheaper. But it's not going to be the quickest, especially if you're logging into heavier websites and heavier applications. So, but again, for Kindle ebooks, I think it is perfect. Let me know what you guys think. As always, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a good one. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.